don't get when people's like, what's your creative process? Because for me, it's like, there's none. Like, you put on a beat, if I like it, and like, meaning that like it's just got me in my zone, then I'll just wheel off whatever I have to say, and then more time will be like,
Before we get started, just as a like setting point, would you consider yourself a rapper or an artist?
Artist.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we know how to move forward with this.
Yeah.
Because that's like a big thing where it's like, because of how the game is now, no one wants to be pigeonholed.
Yeah, 100%. Basically boxed.
Literally, yeah. And that's part of your thing as well.
Yeah, because I'm so versatile, I would say, that I couldn't put myself... Like, if someone was to ask me, what genre style of music do you do? I could never say a specific style, because it's like, I dibble and dabble and everything.
So it's literally like you'll just take from every single genre, anything that like interests you. You'll just
anything that connects with me, I'll run with it.
Okay,
literally, if that makes sense.
So is there like a feel? Because you have like songs and freestyles out on SoundCloud, and then you have the one single that you put out back in January. But if you were to like, we're going to get into this later, but you're planning on putting out an EP at some point.
Yeah, at some point. But next year.
We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
When it comes to like dabbling in styles though, when it comes to creating an EP with that, is there like a theme that you have to set for that?
Well, the theme is me, if you know what I mean. Like, I couldn't put a theme on it, if that makes sense. Like, the theme is sadness, or the theme is love, or the theme is... It wouldn't be that. It would be literally Tisha Heart. I would, like, more time the EP would just be like Tisha Heart or something like that.
Okay.
Because it's just like how I feel, my emotions, my experience through life. Anything that could probably connect with someone else. But it's just my journey, really. It's nothing really, I would say, focused. You know what I mean? On a specific thing.
Okay, I got you. That's also because like EPs like allow that creative freedom, obviously.
True. Yeah. It's like if it was an album now, then it's a different story. Yeah.
So with like an album, I mean, I think naturally you'd want to put out like a couple EPs, lay down some groundwork, and then move on to
100%.
albums. With the styles that you dabble in, which one would you say you'd want to like in making a commercial album? What do you want to go with first? Like
first.
Yeah, something more like rap, singing focus, something like that.
Yeah, it would be like trap soul, something like that. Something along them lines. Because it's kind of a mixture, you know. It's not just rap or it's just not singing. It's
of course.
A bit of both. So.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, and then it's the R&B as well, which I like as well.
Okay,
yeah,
a little bit
so.
R&B. Okay, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Okay. But with having so many styles and being versatile, like you said, you must draw like inspiration from like a lot of people and like a lot of different
100%.
things. So who would you say, which artists inspire you?
There's a wide scale of artists that inspire me.
Give me like...
But I would say the first ever artist to really inspire me from young, I would say is, well, who I first was like really listening to and kind of deep the music was Michael Jackson, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was not expecting that.
Yeah. So it was Michael Jackson, and then you wouldn't even... Most people won't believe this, but from Michael Jackson, it transpired to Lil Wayne.
Now...
Yeah. Complete two different, you know... Yeah.
That's like a big leap.
Yeah, for real. But, so I guess the inspiration on the songwriting level will stem from him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the rapping side would be Lil Wayne completely, because his metaphors, all of that really just took me away. That really made me feel like, yeah, I could do this, if that makes sense.
I hear that, yeah. Now, Lil Wayne, I mean, when did you like get onto Lil Wayne? Was this like his 2007 type of wave?
No, I think it was like 2000, around a bit later than that, about 2008, 9.
Oh, still
when
was.
like No Ceilings came out.
Still his peak.
Yeah.
I hear that. That's good.
Yeah, so that's what inspired me for rapping. But yeah, other than that, I listen to like Drake, Chris Brown, go back to old school like Biggie, Tupac. It's just a mixture of everyone. Then I could jump to like K Michelle, things like that. She's kind of underground, not really known like that, but.
Okay, Michelle's a bit of buzz. I mean, like
she is,
reality
then,
TV wise.
compared to like Chris Brown and Drake.
Like, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like a tier below, but she's still extremely talented.
Yeah, and like even a bit of like Foxy Brown and that.
Okay, no, I was gonna ask like what female MCs? Like,
female.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say MC like Foxy Brown.
Okay.
Who else?
I'm just gonna be chilling here waiting for you to say Rhapsody. Rhapsody.
Yeah, no, I listen to Rhapsody still, but you know what? Someone's only just put me onto Rhapsody. I haven't.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know.
Rhapsody.
I know, but she's
most
hard.
male MCs. I'm just saying.
No, she's hard. I will say that.
Yeah.
100% lit. But I've only just got put onto Rhapsody, so I haven't heard her.
Study her.
Fully. No, 100%. But yeah, that's it. But it's more male inspirations, like, you know, Ja Rule, old school if you're talking about.
Ja Rule?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's just different.
Why do you think it's different?
50.
Fair enough. So there's always a side anyway, but
that's what I have to say.
I rate 50 and Ja Rule.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Because Ja Rule's got a kind of finesse on R&B tracks that 50 will never have.
Fair, that's fair.
Yes.
That's fair, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, 100%. 50 can finesse a couple pop songs and stuff like that as well, but not R&B, not like how Ja Rule did it. So that's my opinion though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so with all these inspirations, how do you, I mean, obviously you have your own style that you've crafted yourself based off of all these inspirations, but when it comes to like the more lyrical stuff compared to like the more poppy stuff, what's your preference?
It's lyrical, but not deep lyrical, like conscious, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, so it's like...
Do you know what I mean? So it's more like...
Mob Deep type of gritty?
But not that gritty, because Mob Deep is gritty.
Yeah.
D Block, Mob Deep, all of them.
Okay, I think I went off the deep end with Mob Deep. Okay, so a little bit less.
Yeah, but I can't explain it, because it's like I said, it just comes, it's something that's just how I'm feeling in the moment. So if I feel a certain type of way, then my lyrics will come out a certain type of way. If I feel like this kind of way, then my lyrics will come out this kind of way. So I can't really say, like I said, I can't put a specific thing on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
but also with that, I mean, in crafting your lyrics, like what, I mean, obviously being versatile, you can like touch on multiple things, I'm sure, but obviously with certain artists, like they'll touch on like their upbringing, like stuff that they've like experienced in their life. What are like topics that you like to touch on in your bars?
in my bars.
Yeah. Or just in general, any song you want to
like I said, day-to-day experience, my life now, really, if that's what it, yeah, that's what I'll be touching on, my life now. And then if so, then I'll talk about a lot of, like, if I'm feeling in that kind of vulnerable stage, then I'll talk a lot about my love life. But
okay.
other than that, it's literally, yeah, just based on my experience.
And then that will like come out like rap form, not like
rap, singing,
anything you're feeling in the
moment.
Okay.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
that's good.
Different scenery, different sauce on the pave. Meant to say we put that work in. Lila Kim did overseas on finessing. No question, still don't get it. I've been on this check way. Why these niggas wanna check me? Dressing like you protects me. Please mistaken me for the right thing, maybe the wrong thing, and I ain't trying to please be.
Okay, so you've been like obviously like recording and performing live. You've done 6 live shows so far.
Yeah.
What's like the preparation process, and like how would you like what would you tell someone who's about to do like a live show and how to like handle that, how to approach it?
Because for me, when I first did my live show, see, I only started doing this properly, meaning like attending shows, trying to get myself out there, was maybe last year.
Okay.
So when last year I did my first proper show, and my thing is that as long as you're confident within yourself and you know that you're good enough, you know what I mean, then it's only natural for you to have doubts and also be nervous and that. But once you surpass that, then it's a go. And I think that's what a lot of people a lot of people's issues are, is that they get lost in the nervousness and they panic, you know, and if you just override that, then more time, you're right. So my thing is that just, if you're going to go on stage and own it. Otherwise, don't go on the stage, because, you know, people are watching you and you're there to entertain. So if anything, they're going to clock the floor before you have even clocked it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's definitely. But I mean, I feel like that sounds like a case of like preparation meeting opportunity. Like you as an artist, I'm sure you've like worked and like performed like your songs before like So when it comes to you being on stage, you know what to expect. You know how you're gonna feel.
No, because you know what? Before
No?
I started performing, I would say to myself I was a bedroom artist. So I was at home.
But that's still preparation though. For some
True,
people.
but then in a sense, it's a complete different situation being in your own comfort zone at home with maybe two friends to then go into a complete different environment, different space, and being in front of strangers and
That's true.
showing them your, like, for me, it's like I'm showing you my heart, like, and you know what I mean? Like, so I'm praying that you don't smash it and be like, this is rubbish and dash it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that happens.
So, so that's what I would say. So it's not really preparation, but then it is at the same time.
Yeah, because I sort of feel like, well, I mean, for people that are starting, like, I'd say you're like a level above those who are just starting out, but people who are in that stage, I feel like you do need to, like, know yourself and know how you're going to perform before you perform, if that makes sense.
True. I would say to a level, it depends, because it depends on what kind of performance you're giving. If it's something that is rehearsed, then yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
But if it's not rehearsed and it's literally just free flow, so you go on stage, you've got your backing track, and like someone like me, like a rapper now. Most rappers, a lot of their stuff is not rehearsed, you know, compared to singers where they might have dancers in the background, or I don't know, they might do the 1-2 step, whatever. But for me, I know for me and a couple of my friends that rap, nothing's rehearsed. You go on stage and you just spit your bars. You know what I mean? So it's more for rappers. It's more of like a confidence thing. If anything, that's the preparation in it. Making sure you psych yourself and tell yourself, yeah, you've got this, and then otherwise you'll choke, innit?
Yeah,
things like that. So I would say that's it. But then at the same time, so that's how I kind of structure myself on going on stage.
Okay. I mentioned like you being in the recording booth. That's not another thing that like artists like sort of need to know a little bit about, upcoming artists anyway. What's your process when you're getting in the studio? Like, how do you like lay out how you're gonna like record a track? Is it just like one take? Is it like multiple takes?
Sometimes it'll be multiple takes. Sometimes it'll be one take, depending on how good the energy and the vibe is in the room. But literally, like being in the studio, it's not that. I think for me, it'll be like, once I hear a beat and it connects with me like that, then I'll roll. But then if it's something that is like, oh, I'm working with someone else and they've given me a beat and it doesn't connect with me straight away, then I would have to sit down and really write to it. But then my whole thing is that I have to keep repeating the same, like, let's say if I wrote 8 bars, I would have to keep repeating the same 8 bars, so then the next 8 bars can just flow with it, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I can't explain it.
It's like a building process.
Yeah, for me anyway. But that's if I like to say if I have to force it, but not in a bad way. But it's like if it doesn't connect with me straight away, where the lyrics are just pouring out, then it's more of a thing where I have to really sit down and build on it and kind of, you know. So
that's like the creative process is just, I mean, it's just sort of something you just need to adjust to.
Because for me, there's no creative process.
Okay.
If that makes sense. That's why I don't get it when people's like, what's your creative process? Because for me, it's like, there's none. Like, you put on a beat, if I like it, and meaning that, like, it's just got me in my zone, then I'll just wheel off whatever I have to say, and then more time will be like,
Well, I think that comes from would it be safe to say you're more of like a freestyle artist? Like, you're comfortable in that lane, you can freestyle.
I can't freestyle.
You can't freestyle.
I can't
freestyle. Here thinking you can freestyle.
No, I can't freestyle.
Okay.
I can freestyle. Okay.
Which one is it?
I can't freestyle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't freestyle. I've been learning to freestyle, and I'm getting better at it, but I can't freestyle, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I wouldn't class myself as a freestyler. If you told me, drop a beat now and read off some bars from the top of your head.
Okay.
I might have the flow, but not necessarily the bars.
Because what I was going to say was that, like, with the whole creative process thing, I thought it would be a case of when you're a freestyle artist, you can just go. Like, that's why there's no creative process. But if you're not much of a freestyle artist, wouldn't there be like creative process of like, you know, song name, like topic, all this type of stuff. That's what I meant when I said the creative process.
Oh, okay.
And then that goes into the recording.
I get what you're saying. No, see, that's the thing.
That's just not your process.
If you
that's
could
just not
see
your style.
how it happens, it's like I don't go in the studio and hear a beat and be like, right, I'm writing down, this is what it's going to be called. This is the direction of it. So it's going to be about a heartbreak or about money or about anything, and then write it like that. It doesn't really happen like that with me. It's more of a thing that if I hear the beat really is what creates a narrative for me, and then when I'm creating the flow as well, mixing with the beat, that will create the narrative if it's going to be a love song or
Then where does the song name come from in that process?
from after I've after the bars.
So you write everything and then title it. That's like doing stuff in reverse still.
I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's
But I'm
different.
not a
I've never heard
person
it
that
before.
thinks of titles on my songs or think like, oh, I want to write a song called Trap Love and be like, right, let me write it down or whatever. It
okay.
doesn't kind of happen like that.
Uh-huh.
It is kind of reverse how it happens with me.
Because usually it's like song title, then we just craft it around that.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. More time, like I said, I'll just write a song or whatever comes to me, and then I'll look at it, see what I've got, and be like, oh, okay, it matches this, isn't it?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So we mentioned this in the start of the interview, but you released a song in January called Dismissed. Mm-hmm. So going back to the songwriting thing, was it the same process with that? And
Yeah, same process.
What was the inspiration around that?
The inspiration, really, actually, no, it's not the same process. I writ the bars before I got the beat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I writ the bars like
So just like a topic that
on
was
the
on your
train.
mind.
Yeah, it was just literally a topic of being dismissed. So basically, like, in a way, I'm trying to show everyone something, but then I'm feeling dismissed at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, and then it goes on about, in a way, it's kind of like subliminal. So in a way, it's like, it's saying I'm being dismissed, and then I'm kind of answering why I'm being dismissed, and meaning it in a way of like, maybe it's karma of what I do and blah, 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 and, you know? So that's how it happened. But I was writing them bars, and then my boy Tom in the Chamber, at him on
Shout out to
Instagram,
him.
yeah,
Shout
banging
out.
producer. He sent me the beat, and then when I heard the beat, I was like, this just
matches
completely suits the song, the whole
Okay.
feel of it, everything. And then literally, like, we got in the booth and we got in the studio, and then made it come to life. So
Yeah, no, that song, I've listened to it once or twice. It's actually really good.
do you like it?
I mess with it, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I like the inspiration for it. I like the sound of it.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
It's a really good track.
thank you.
So have you performed that live yet?
Yeah, I have.
I mean, did you like
3 out of the 6 times.
Okay. Did you like the response you got to the song?
I do. Everyone seems to like it.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's good. I think I like it, but it's a thing. I don't know if I'm sure most artists like experience when you write a song, you put it out, then afterwards, after a few months, you'll hear it and be like,
Critical of your art.
I could have done so much better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, I
Always
know it's a
evolving,
good
I
track.
get
But then at the same time, I know I could top myself. So.
What's the plan for 2019?
The plan for 2019 is release a load of debut singles.
Okay.
I'm gonna try my best to release at least a single a month.
That sounds like a good plan.
It is a good plan. I think it is, because it's good to just get myself out there, basically flood the gram with my face.
Yeah, literally.
Make you look sick and tired of me. You know what I mean?
Would the climax of this be an EP, or would it just be a bunch of singles then?
Bunch of singles, then eventually after about maybe 6-7 singles, then the EP will be released.
Okay.
But then and then hopefully I can have a pre-release little, no, what's it called?
Like EP release party
EP
type?
sound party. EP hearing
Some
party.
sort of listening party,
yes,
essentially.
that's it.
There you
Listening
go.
party.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that will come out, and then you just continue to grow from there. Sounds like a kind of plan. So just make sure to keep an eye out for you, because clearly you're going to be making big moves out of it.
Yeah, trust me. Tisha Heart _ get me.